the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Right to the air is Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got Doubs over the middle. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Second and goal from the 1. Dillon is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Touchdown!
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Flushed out right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role in why they are trailing right now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, Hurts eluding the pressure right.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Chris Watkins.
31 yards.
And the Eagles get a bit closer. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that was good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
41 yards.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Rodgers again now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
The 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
On first down, Rodgers.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Rodgers.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down. Rodgers to throw once more. That's complete to Lazard. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick-6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles. And trying to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against some defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Caught. Right side. It's Lewis.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 20.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field.